having a little bit of a realization. I hope you had a good day today. And I hope the audio is good as well, because I have my headphones on. But I realized that the only reason that the path that I want to go on has been placed in my heart the way that it has is because everything else that I can't see, God has already saw for me. Like, for example, when I think about staying in the same spaces and places and doing the same shit, like, just because I'm afraid of, the change and, like, taking the leap. And I apologize if the camera's shaking because I am driving, which don't vlog and drive. But when I think about all the leaps that I'll have to take and, like, the way that I'll have to step out on faith consistently and confidently, I get afraid a little bit because I know how much work that I have to do. Like, it's like, if I was stranded in the ocean, I'm like, God, please save me. He'll send me a little speedboat to come by. We might just throw a little raft. But I'd be like, no, I pray for God to save me. You know what I mean? Y'all heard that story before. It was like, no, I prayed for God to save me. But it's like he just sent you a speedboat when somebody just tried to let you get in. Okay, cool. You didn't want to take that one? Okay, cool. Well, boom, you say, God, please save me. Next thing you know, that little yacht come by, everybody turning up, but it's definitely more room for you on there than that one. You know what I mean? You can get up there and get to doing something. You're like, no, I'm waiting for God to save me. You know what I mean? Then you're still in this water in this situation, and he sent the damn near ocean liner, a big ass Titanic type shit to you. And you're just like, I'm waiting for God to save me. And he just drowned. Because it's like God done sent you everything that you needed to be able to get to where you wanted to go. But you just didn't do nothing with all of the opportunities that he gave you. You kind of just let him pass you by and waited for it to be some sort of grand, like, scheme or something like that. Like, it literally only got better each time, but you still never wanted to step out on faith. You know what I mean? Because you were waiting for God to do something when it's like he gave you something to do in return. You know what I mean? And I feel like God has placed the things that he's placed in my heart and gave me something to do in return because of the way that he's heard the conversations I didn't hear about me. He's heard the way people have spoke about me, the way these circumstances, the people's plans for me. He knows people's plans for me. Whatever that may be, whether it be positive or negative, God decided that he was going to place something within my heart in order for me to get to where he wants me to go. And I have to step out on faith now and really believe that the path that I'm going on is where God wants me to be. And I wouldn't even have these type of thought processes or ideas if I wasn't gifted enough to go out and explore and expand and water the seed that God has placed in me already for me to be becoming the person that I want to be, that he wants me to be overall. You know what I mean? So I just say all of that to say that when something is placed in your heart and you feel it within your heart and you know something to be like, this is what I want, you have to listen to that. Because inspiration waits for no one, but God is a gentleman. He's gently just placing the seed in you. And it's up to you to go nourish it. What is it exactly that you're looking for? If it's adventure, well, I'll give you a road trip. I give you friends outside of the community that you have currently to be able to go visit. I'll give you friends so good to go visit that they'll make sure you get to and from them safely. I'll make sure that I give them resources enough to be able to give to you so that way you can get closer to them, if that's what you want. But what do I need you to do? I need you to get up and I need you to want those things for yourself. I need you to be bold enough to be courageous. I need you to take action towards going to see people, going to make those type of connections, putting yourself out there. So then that way when you get those type of thoughts, you can water that seed that I planted in you in order for the life that you say that you want to live to come to fruition. Nothing's impossible. And all you lame niggas show me what not to do. Like I said, excuse me about the camera shakes, but overall, I just think about everything that God has placed in my heart. And then sometimes I sit back and I wonder, like, but what about this and this, that, and the third? It's like, baby, God done placed this in your heart because he had already looked out and past all of the stuff that you sitting here considering and still decided to place this within you for you to take action on. It's up to you if you want to do something with that. But I'm telling you now, that light is in you and it's on you. God is giving you an opportunity currently to invest in the nourishment of who he wants you to become and the path that he wants you to become. Like that's the seed that he wants you to nourish currently, at least in the season that I'm in with myself. But it's really up to me to want to take action to actualize that variation of myself. Like it's not gonna happen if I don't actually take steps to do so. So for example, like I want to move. Like I'm gone. I am moving. I'm not even saying I want to move no more because I am moving. Because God has given me the opportunity to have friends and just resources enough to just be able to have connections and expand on things. Like I don't have to wait for anything outside of myself to live a different life and jump into a different reality, because I have friends, I have people who love me, I have people that care about me, I have a family, I have a village that I'm a part of now, that I've collectively invested effort into to show up and be the way that I am, in order for the seed that is in me to be nourished the way that this be nourished with the people that I have around me, if that makes sense. But it's like I said, I'm moving. There ain't no more ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm moving. I know that that's what I want to do, and I'm moving on purpose this time. I'm walking by faith and not by sight. I don't have no money saved. I don't have no plan besides going out there and just making an effort. Just walking in by faith. I gotta take a jump. Because I mean, honestly, the biggest risk you take is not taking any risk at all. And I believe that hell truly is you getting to the end of your life experience and being next to the variation of yourself that you could have been, and then you being the way that you are. And if that person doesn't align with who you wanted to see, that's when you realize that like your life wasn't what you thought it was supposed to be. It didn't give what it was supposed to give. You know what I mean? And that's why I truly feel like you just wallow away within your own misery, because you didn't even take you seriously enough to go after the things that you say you want out of this life. When those things were placed in you. As much as I say, like I said, I want to move. I want to go start a new chapter for myself. I want to just, okay, God hears that. He knows that. So in the same way, the reason why I feel so strongly about it is because he's heard the things about me, or separately, whether it be positive or negative, he's heard the way people have seen me and perceived me and spoke about me, and still decided to give me that grace and say, I'm still going to plant this seed within you. Because I still want you to be able to go out and explore more for yourself and know that there's more out there for yourself. Placing that within me because he still wants me to go after those things. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it wouldn't even be in me if God didn't want that for me. I wouldn't even have these type of thoughts. I would be complacent. I would be so busy being caught up in different cycles and patterns and circumstances and shit that just don't got nothing to do with me no more, that I've just grown out of. But God has reinforced this feeling within me to go out and live my life and do something more with myself. Even as much as I sit here and contradict and be like, oh, I kind of want to stay, or what should I do, instead of third, God heard what they were saying about me. Whether it be positive or negative, God heard what they thought about me. God know what they feel about me. So even that's why he's reinforcing that within me even more, to get out there and go do it. Whether it be positive or negative. If some people might believe you, and that's great, baby, whoop-de-doo. But some people might be talking so crazy about you in spaces that you want to stay in, that you're making excuses to be in. When God done already placed something within you to get up out of there. And all you got to do is take the leap. That's what I'm trying to say. I know it's a lot of mumble, jumble, and ramble, but it's like I'm still trying to understand what God is doing for me. And that's okay. Like, I feel like this is everybody's first time living. So as much as people want to act like they got figured it out, or got it all figured out, and everything's supposed to be making sense, I've surrendered to the fact that I might not know everything. I might be wrong about a couple things, you know what I mean? I might be wrong about everything. I might be wrong about the way I see myself. I might be wrong about the plan that God has on my life. I might be wrong about it all. But I'd be damned if I don't trust that I didn't come this far just to come this far and not be happy. I wouldn't even think like this. I wouldn't even be able to speak like this. These words wouldn't even be able to come out of my mouth, or even just into my brain, if it wasn't for me to speak, if it wasn't for me to say, if it wasn't for me to be confidently feeling and reassured of. So I don't have to know anything, because I can feel it. And that's where my strength comes from, the way I feel. I feel like God has placed the things that he's placed in me because he's already considered the ways that I wanted to stay in those spaces and what it would do for me. And it's not enough for me. So that's why this feeling of needing to move forward is so heavy and intense, because he already knows that I require more, I want more, and he wants me to just go after it, be bold enough to go after it, and trust that God got my back. That's the reassurance that I need now. So if you're in the same season for yourself, I encourage you to listen to yourself and listen to what God is trying to do for you, whether that looks right to anybody else, whether that looks right for, everybody else's standard of being, everybody else's way of doing shit. Trust me, arrive empty and you will be filled. Walk by faith and not by sight.